Alright, what's going on, guys? Today is a video recommended by a viewer, Dogman. He asked me under the comment section of the Crosman Vantage NP video how to put on this scope. So this was a scope that came with this gun, scope and gun package. And to mount this scope, there's a dovetail mount right on the top of the gun, right there. And the gun came with scope mounts as well. So I will be showing how to mount this scope on this gun correctly. So to mount this scope, there are these screws right there on the ends of the mounting brackets, and there's screws to put the scope on back there too. So the scope mounts come with this Allen wrench. This is what you need to tighten down the screws onto the gun. These screws right here. Now if you don't have, or if it didn't come with an Allen wrench, I'm sure it's a common size. If you get your Allen wrenches out or buy some, this should be one of the sizes. So first thing we're gonna do is look at the top of your dovetail mount here and take both of your mounting brackets. You're gonna look at them. The one with the point coming out of the bottom, that one, that's your back one. So you see the front doesn't have that. So what you want to do is take your back one and put that point right in that hole. Right there. Put that right there and it won't slide back and forth. That's your back mount there. And you're going to tighten that down. Tighten those screws finger tight on the back there. All right, and that's not going to come off now. So you're going to take your Allen wrench and tighten these guys. Not super tight to where they strip out, but pretty snug. You don't want your scope falling off, of course. Tighten those guys just like that. Then you're going to take your scope here. You got your scope. You're going to put it on. I had mine right about there. You're going to take your front bracket, put it on the rail, just like that. Right about where you want it. I'm going to put it right about there. Take my scope off. Finger tight this screw on the front bracket. Take my wrench, tighten that, put my scope back on, make sure it's right where I want it. It's right where I had it. All right, now that you got both brackets on the front pin here, where that point was on that bracket, there's actually a screw that you're supposed to screw down and snug up into the gun. So you snug that and you're ready to go to put your scope on. All right, now that I got my scope on right where I want it, you're gonna take your top bracket pieces, put them on just like that. I gotta put my screws in the little cap, adjuster cap, and then you're gonna barely put these screws on. A couple turns in, make sure they don't fall out on you. Gotta put all those in just a little bit. Turns, one more, just like that. All right, now your next step is to level your crosshairs. You want to look down your gun and then turn your scope either right or left, just like that, and level it out as best you can. I usually try and get as close as I can I don't really know of any other method other than looking at a level surface and having your gun level and all that. But I'm not going to spend that much time. As long as I have it close, you know, it'll do the job. So I'm going to level this as best I can by looking down it. And then we're going to tighten the top screws. Alright, so I leveled it as best as I could. I just looked down range with it at a tree and tried to just get it just how I like it. And then make sure your scope is as far back or as far as front as you like it. And that's right where I want it. So what I'm going to do is take my Allen wrench again. Tighten these down equally. You want both sides equally going down. So it tightens down real nice. Couple turns on each side until it gets a little snug. That's snug. That's snug. Just keep doing it. Don't strip these screws out, but get them nice and snug. Do the same with your front here. Couple turns. Couple turns there. Keep doing that till you get it snug on both sides, and then you tighten down. Got that snug. Get that one snug. So now I'm gonna tighten down both sides here. Alright, now it's all tightened up. I'm gonna put my cap back on. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Wow! Now, the kit also came with this cleaning cloth. Clean your lenses, wipe them down. Make sure you don't have any fingerprints on them. And that's all you gotta do. Thanks for watching, guys, and that's how you put on this scope.